They will finish the project by the deadline. They will finish the project by the deadline. Why do you work in the cinema? Why do you work in the cinema? My stepdaughter was a financier. My stepdaughter was a financier. He's shopping at the market. He's shopping at the market. Broken. Broken. May I have your boarding pass, please? May I have your boarding pass, please? Should they complain often? Should they complain often? We stopped to take photos along the way. We stopped to take photos along the way. I see him often. I see him often. Can't forget the year? Can't forget the year? My stepson was an artist. My stepson was an artist. His half-sister was an electrician. His half-sister was an electrician. We will have lunch and then we will go to the park. We will have lunch and then we will go to the park. Can I fill it out, please? Can I fill it out, please? I need new batteries. Can you give me fresh ones? I need new batteries. Can you give me fresh ones? I don't notice anything special about it. I don't notice anything special about it. I need to buy some food from the market. I need to buy some food from the market. Can you order pizza for dinner? Can you order pizza for dinner? Go on, please. Go on, please. Back then, people relied on handwritten letters to communicate with each other. Back then, people relied on handwritten letters to communicate with each other. You could see the stars shining in the night sky. You could see the stars shining in the night sky. The extra fit and fair guy is my favorite. The extra fit and fair guy is my favorite. Let's create a timeline for the project. Let's create a timeline for the project. Could you briefly summarize the situation for me? Could you briefly summarize the situation for me? The price of our double rooms is $120 per night. The price of our double rooms is $120 per night. I read a book after lunch. I read a book after lunch. I'm going to the water park. I'm going to the water park. If it rains, take an umbrella. If it rains, take an umbrella. Something very new in this industry. Something very new in this industry. They often go to the beach in the summer. They often go to the beach in the summer. When he felt sick, he should go to the doctor. When he felt sick, he should go to the doctor. We delivered the food to our home. We delivered the food to our home. Your stepson was the second man. Your stepson was the second man. Can I get a rain check for a discounted item? Can I get a rain check for a discounted item? He's checking his email. He's checking his email. They are invited at sunset. They are invited at sunset. Please don't be me. Please don't be me. By next month she will have learned to speak French fluently. By next month she will have learned to speak French fluently. I'll pick up the kids from school and then we'll go to the park. I'll pick up the kids from school and then we'll go to the park. I'm too tall. I'm too tall. I am planning to start a new exercise program. I am planning to start a new exercise program. He would rest once a year. He would rest once a year. I talked to Tommy. I talked to Tommy. It's nice to have a pet. It's nice to have a pet. Her mother-in-law was an aviator. Her mother-in-law was an aviator. If it's not freezing, I'm going out. If it's not freezing, I'm going out. Shadow release may be delayed by 1 month. Shadow release may be delayed by 1 month. Is your stepmother a golfer? Is your stepmother a golfer? Was it working regularly before it hurt the knee? Was it working regularly before it hurt the knee? I am available. I am available. He will be training for 6 months when the race starts. He will be training for 6 months when the race starts. I hit my leg. I hit my leg. Did he allow it at dusk? Did he allow it at dusk? I was sitting on the edge of the cliff and felt like I was on top of the world. I was sitting on the edge of the cliff and felt like I was on top of the world. Wasn't he an anesthesiologist at sunrise? Wasn't he an anesthesiologist at sunrise? Their cousins are journeymen. Their cousins are journeymen. Looking forward. Looking forward. The nurse will come later to change your bandages. The nurse will come later to change your bandages. He enjoys listening to classical music. He enjoys listening to classical music. The pain is getting worse, I should see a doctor. The pain is getting worse, I should see a doctor. Consistency in sleep habits leads to better rest. Consistency in sleep habits leads to better rest. Is your stepdaughter a receptionist? Is your stepdaughter a receptionist? They have to learn to swim. They have to learn to swim. Should not be audited every month. Should not be audited every month. They couldn't compare on a daily basis. They couldn't compare on a daily basis. We've known about the incident for weeks. We've known about the incident for weeks. You can't handle. You can't handle. He should have accepted the job offer. He should have accepted the job offer. Not stored monthly. Not stored monthly. It will be a great success. It will be a great success. How's it going? How's it going? Were you quietly riding a bunny? Were you quietly riding a bunny? Can't you catch it at dawn? Can't you catch it at dawn? Wouldn't I be a weatherman every year? Wouldn't I be a weatherman every year? His cousins were historians. His cousins were historians. Will it grow often? Will it grow often? We could interpret. We could interpret. We are walking along the beach. We are walking along the beach. Are you going to the concert on Friday? Are you going to the concert on Friday? Were you responsible for the noise last night? Were you responsible for the noise last night? I'll try to connect the atmosphere to the August sun. I'll try to connect the atmosphere to the August sun. He tried to play the piano every day and as a result became a talented pianist. He tried to play the piano every day and as a result became a talented pianist. Would we be cardiologists now? Would we be cardiologists now? The teacher should have explained the lesson in a more understandable way. The teacher should have explained the lesson in a more understandable way. Will they care now? Will they care now? Brown is the color of dirt. Brown is the color of dirt. Your uncle was a courier. Your uncle was a courier. She cut her hair short for a new look. She cut her hair short for a new look. He wishes he could travel to all the wonders of the world. He wishes he could travel to all the wonders of the world. They returned 2 weeks later. They returned 2 weeks later. What is your final destination? What is your final destination? Can you check in one afternoon? Can you check in one afternoon? Can you help me find the bread aisle? Can you help me find the bread aisle? He wrote a poem about love. He wrote a poem about love. What? Can you recognize the author of this book? Can you recognize the author of this book? I've never skied before. I've never skied before. You didn't draw. You didn't draw. He is capable of speaking multiple languages. He is capable of speaking multiple languages. Together they can start a new business. Together they can start a new business. Can't you spare 2 weeks? Can't you spare 2 weeks? He visited his sister in another country. He visited his sister in another country. We cannot place. We cannot place. They had a great time at the party. They had a great time at the party. Last year cannot be a historian. Last year cannot be a historian. He will have learned to play the guitar next week. He will have learned to play the guitar next week. Is there a deli section in the store? Is there a deli section in the store? Can you lend me some money? I don't have enough food for lunch. Can you lend me some money? I don't have enough food for lunch. English is also the language of business. English is also the language of business. We're not missing anytime soon. We're not missing anytime soon. He wouldn't be a watchman every year. He wouldn't be a watchman every year. I think you should buy a car. I think you should buy a car. Are there stepdads athletes? Are there stepdads athletes? We are very close to the result. We are very close to the result. They are riding bicycles in the park. They are riding bicycles in the park. They don't share at sunset. They don't share at sunset. We've finished our homework, they said. We've finished our homework, they said. Do you have any siblings? Do you have any siblings? Can you play the piano? Can you play the piano? I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. When are you leaving school? When are you leaving school? My stepfather was a draper. My stepfather was a draper. Can I use my loyalty points for a discount? Can I use my loyalty points for a discount? Couldn't he be a clown then? Couldn't he be a clown then? Doesn't he recommend? Doesn't he recommend? You should turn off the lights when you leave the room. You should turn off the lights when you leave the room. Can we stop? Can we stop? Please contact me or the team if you have any questions. Please contact me or the team if you have any questions. Didn't you vote 1 second ago? Didn't you vote 1 second ago? Should not threaten every day. Should not threaten every day. Inte. Our grandchildren are anthropologists. Our grandchildren are anthropologists. Their son is a taxi driver. Their son is a taxi driver. The delivery date of the book I borrowed from the library is tomorrow. The delivery date of the book I borrowed from the library is tomorrow. She wished she had bought that dress when it was on sale. She wished she had bought that dress when it was on sale. I don't know many things. I don't know many things. We haven't been better for 10 years. We haven't been better for 10 years. I'll call you when I get to the station. I'll call you when I get to the station. His half-brother is a grocer. His half-brother is a grocer. Swipe all your other photos while showing only one. Swipe all your other photos while showing only one. You didn't tell me anything about yourself. You didn't tell me anything about yourself. They will continue every year. They will continue every year. He has been learning Spanish for a while. He has been learning Spanish for a while. May I suggest a different approach? May I suggest a different approach? Could you pass me the salt, please? Could you pass me the salt, please? Were their mother-in-laws naturalists? Were their mother-in-laws naturalists? He would rest once a year. He would rest once a year. I have a flat set of sticks. I have a flat set of sticks. Can't we leave? Can't we leave? He's just a forester. He's just a forester. How often do you go to your mother? How often do you go to your mother? Received an invoice in the mail. Received an invoice in the mail. Can you get it every month? Can you get it every month? I have to attend a business meeting tomorrow. I have to attend a business meeting tomorrow. I'm not sure if I want to trust you. I'm not sure if I want to trust you. You don't go to work, you don't go to school, what do you do all day? You don't go to work, you don't go to school, what do you do all day? They can become officers at dawn. They can become officers at dawn. His stepson was the butler. His stepson was the butler. The cat is chasing the mouse. The cat is chasing the mouse. His parents were scavengers. His parents were scavengers. Once a day. Once a day. She needs to organize her wardrobe. She needs to organize her wardrobe. I was just wondering about the stain on your shirt. I was just wondering about the stain on your shirt. Just one last question. Just one last question. Today we feel happy. Today we feel happy. You can usually recognize. You can usually recognize. Guess. Guess. He could kiss every month. He could kiss every month. I wish I had more opportunities for career advancement. I wish I had more opportunities for career advancement. Who do you live with? Who do you live with? The whole city was destroyed by the earthquake. The whole city was destroyed by the earthquake. He had lived in London for 3 years before moving to New York. He had lived in London for 3 years before moving to New York. You can't always succeed. You can't always succeed. Didn't you survive 4 years ago? Didn't you survive 4 years ago? Workers were building a new house in the neighborhood. Workers were building a new house in the neighborhood. We should talk next year. We should talk next year. They are working together on this project. They are working together on this project. The window was repaired by a professional. The window was repaired by a professional. Was his half-sister a guard? Was his half-sister a guard? I will sleep 8 hours tonight. I will sleep 8 hours tonight. Our grandfather was a homeowner. Our grandfather was a homeowner. They went camping in the forest and saw many animals. They went camping in the forest and saw many animals. I'm flying to New York next month. I'm flying to New York next month. I have an appointment in 2 days. I have an appointment in 2 days. You can be the assistant chef. You can be the assistant chef. In 3 hours we have to shout. In 3 hours we have to shout. I have a cough. I have a cough. Can I use my smart card for contactless payments? Can I use my smart card for contactless payments? I will prescribe you some medicines. I will prescribe you some medicines. The company had a firm belief in its new products. The company had a firm belief in its new products. Annual astronomer right? Annual astronomer right? His brothers were collecting donations. His brothers were collecting donations. It could have been cleaned a century ago. It could have been cleaned a century ago. 4 friends are out for a night on the town. 4 friends are out for a night on the town. I eat an apple while watching TV. I eat an apple while watching TV. Remember the boy who helped us yesterday? Remember the boy who helped us yesterday? I eat every day. I eat every day. I enjoyed reading an article about famous historical events. I enjoyed reading an article about famous historical events. Can I apply every week? Can I apply every week? Problem solved by my friend. Problem solved by my friend.